Hello and welcome back to Adventures of Ishmael. We're back in this cave. We're back to being almost dead. And yeah, we're back to here. I'm gonna try to go over here real quick. So, I didn't really mess with any of the settings, so unfortunately you're getting the same qualities you did last time. The only thing I did change was resolution. Oh, okay, I can rest. Yeah, the only thing I did change, I changed the resolution. I'm gonna wait until I'm healed. Oh, and I am most likely going to die here. Alright, what a start to an episode, am I right? Okay. And okay. Alright. What an exciting, a very exciting opening. Sorry about that. As I was saying, I changed the resolution a little bit. I upped it up one, so maybe that'll give you some better quality. Alright, that was pretty bad. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was the good old Dark Brotherhood there. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Okay, yeah, I can get some rest now. Alright. So I'm gonna run back in here. I'm gonna fight him. Sorry about this very, very, very action-packed opening here. Alright, so I'm gonna give him the old stabby stab. I'll go into third person, you know, give you guys a little bit of the thematic action, this epic battle. I'm actually gonna switch over to my spell. Give him one of those. Oh, he's telling me to die. He's calling me a fetcher. Alright, there we go. My journal has been updated. An attempt was made on my life as I tried to rest. I do not know who wishes me dead, but the attack should probably be reported to the guard. Okay, which I will get to. Assassin. Dark Brotherhood assassin. Okay. I'm even going to wear his armor. Pretty sure that armor rating's 12. Even though I have a medium armor on and this is a light, I'm going to wear it. I'm actually going to put on all of his armor and walk around like a member of the Dark Brotherhood. Except the helm. I like to keep it no helm. Alright, now I look like a member of the Dark Brotherhood coming into this cave to kill all of its inhabitants. Yeah, so going back again, change the resolution. Hopefully it looks a little bit nicer. My computer's doing this weird thing as far as with the power saving mode, as I was talking about in my last video, but it seems to be running relatively smooth right now, so I'll just hope that it keeps up. It might not. We'll see what happens. So, alright. So we'll come across here, take whatever's over here. There's a bowl, some meat, and I'm fairly certain I can't go in that door yet. Because if I remember correctly, this one's trapped, and this trap... Oh no, I can go in here.
This is the end of you, Swit!
Alright, and get some action. There we go. Alright, take whatever she's got, dispose of her corpse. And here we go for round 2. I'm going to do the destruction spell again.
Die.
Just kind of, you know, get this working a little bit.
There is no escape.
Usually I would save the, oh, this isn't even going to work on him because he's a dark elf, so it's not going to do as much as it should. Yeah. So usually I would save the magic for a healing spell, but considering I don't have one, oh no, that's the chest that's locked. That would kill me. Lessons of Vivek, Sermon 16. Okay. That's short. Maybe I'll do a reading of that once I get around to it. Yeah. That chest is trapped too. Alright. Okay, this one I can break into. That was easy. Anything good? No. Alright, so I'm gonna do a quick save before I open this chest, because I have a strong feeling that it will, in fact, kill me. No, it didn't. Okay. Pretty sure this is the chest that'll kill me then. If... Wow. One shot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the chest that'll kill me, so I'll F5 again. I like to save a lot. Tons of books. And that didn't kill me either. Wow. Okay. That's very good. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the beginning of this cave and give another rest. Just because I don't want to die. I can go a little further with whatever weight I got. 212 out of 250. So, that's enough for me. And then, like I said, I'll probably go back to Pelagiad. Alright. Ash probably equipped a better weapon. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother sneaking at this point. I mean, there's no real point. I don't have a bow, so it's not like I can get any sneak attacks. So I might as well just blindly run through this cave and kill whatever's in here. Like this guy. Bring him over here. He's going to try to punch me to death. And I'm just going to give him the old stab. And there we go. Alright, 5 gold. I'll take that. Alright, so I'm just going to bypass this section. There's not really much to look at other than that lantern and the 2 barrels. And there's somebody in here. Maybe I could sneak up on them? I think my sneak skill's gonna be high. Yeah, my sneak skill's not high enough to get up to them from behind with the sword. That's alright though. Alright. This is the most intensive battles. Except for that Dark Brotherhood assassin, that was pretty intense. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, as I was saying in my last video, something happens at the beginning of Tribunal, and I don't want to spoil it because, you know, it's exciting. That's what it was. That is the beginning of Tribunal, from my understanding. Oh, all right, I'm carrying too much, so we'll put these shoes away, and then we'll head out. We'll go to Pelagiad. We'll come back. We'll take the rest of the stuff, and then that's it. But yeah, so, from my understanding, it's the Dark Brotherhood assassination attempt is the beginning of the Tribunal expansion. So, yeah, that's cool. We actually get to go to mainland Morrowind and try that, but that'll be a little later. It is dark in here. Yeah, I'm not going to do that right away. I actually just did it in my non-recorded playthrough. I'm not doing my other non-recorded playthrough too much. I was bored. I didn't have access to do another video at the time, but I wanted to play Morrowind, so I figured I would just play on my own. But I'll try to only play with the recording because I don't want to, as I was saying in my last video, I don't want to have too much foresight into what's going to happen, or, you know, where things are in caves and stuff like that. So, that Dark Brotherhood assassin, I wasn't actually expecting that to happen. When I played it in my other playthrough, it happened in the inn in Pelagiad. I went to go sleep, and all of a sudden, this assassin's coming out of this room, and he's attacking me. So, that was fun. And since it's nighttime, I'm gonna have to sleep again in the inn.
What can I do for you, friend?
Or wait. I might as well just wait. I don't want to waste the gold to sleep. I mean, not with the little bit of health I have lost, unless I fight something and it ends up taking off half my health or something like that, but I don't think that's going to happen. So yeah, fun times here in Morrowind. Eventually I'll get around to, you know, doing other stuff. But, you know, like I said in my last video, I want to just get set up, and the only way to do that is to, you know, start killing stuff, taking its things and selling them for gold and buying some stuff. Once I start getting, I don't want to walk around in the Dark Brotherhood armor just because it's light armor. I just like being a medium armor, so I want to get some bone mold or bone meal armor. I don't remember what exactly it's called. The yellow armor that the ordinators wear. I want to get that, which I will get from the shop in Balmora. I think I can get it. I might be able to get it in Pelagiad. I'm not sure. But I'll get that armor. There's an enchanted sword that I got from somewhere in my other playthrough. I don't remember where. I think it was probably in one of these caves. I want to get that, and I actually learned, I don't know, it's definitely not just that sword, that enchanted weapons actually just recharge automatically in this one. You don't have to actually use a soul gem like you did in Oblivion, which is very nice. Alright, so here we are back in Pelagiad. Made it here safely without being interrupted by anything. No assassins trying to come out and kill us. And, so yeah. Maybe I could talk to one of the guards. Let me find a guard and ask him about the assassin. There he is. There's a guard. You say you've been attacked by an assassin. From your description, it sounds like the work of the Dark Brotherhood. I'm not sure who you angered, but stay away from me. I suppose this matter should be officially reported, though. Speak to Appius Mattius and Ebonheart about this matter. So I'm going to ask them about the Dark Brotherhood. Scum, all of them. If they're after you, friend, you better find yourself some help or write a will, or both. I'll ask him about Appius Mattius. He recently arrived from Cyrodiil. You'll likely find him inspecting the grounds at Ebonheart. Alright. So that'll be... I think that'll be... No. I was going to say that'll be the first thing I do while I wait, while I get set up, but I think I'm going to avoid that for now. When I was doing it in my other playthrough, it's a little intensive, and I don't want to get that intensive with it. Alright, so I'm just going to give a wait. I'm not going to bother resting or anything. I'm not going to bother resting. So I'll wait for 9 hours. Take a quick lean back and head out over to this shop and sell my stuff. Alright, so here we are. Alright, pleased to meet you. Alright, I'm just gonna skip over reading that. There's no point. Alright, so what do I got? I got a club for you. I got a short sword, a war axe. I'm gonna sell the long sword, even though it does a little bit more damage. I'm not gonna bother keeping the silver dagger. I'm gonna sell the bracer. I'm going to sell the helm and the cuirass and the other cuirass and these greaves. Pretty much everything. Pretty much I'm going to sell everything if I can. Yeah, this person's got enough gold for now. And expensive ring. Yeah, okay. Still got enough gold. Alright, I'm still keeping all these ingredients. Ancestors and the Dunmer. I actually read that one, and it's a good one, so I'll probably do a reading of that one. I think the Anointed Anuad, I think I read part of that, and it was pretty good. Fat loot. Glass bottle. Sell this stuff. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna sell most of the candlesticks. I'm still gonna keep one. Actually, I'll keep... no, I'll just keep the candlestick. I don't need the whole lantern. Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna keep all the books. And I want to see if you have any not glass arrows. Because I don't feel like spending that kind of money yet. No, it doesn't. Doesn't look like you have anything other than glass arrows and silver arrows. And bolts, which I'm not going to be using the bolts. Bone mold. That's the armor I want to start out with. Alright, so let's see if I can get a little more out of this person. Yeah, alright, cool. Alright, so now we got 586 gold. Not bad, not bad. I got a bunch of books that I can do readings of later on. And I have a bunch of ingredients. Do I have a... Let me get them, see if this person has a mortar and pestle too. Doesn't look like it, or I'm just missing it. Probably the latter. No, pretty sure you don't. Okay. Yeah, I like how they actually compliment you on your outfit in this game. I'm wearing full Dark Brotherhood getup, and they're like, "Oh, your outfit looks wonderful." Yeah, I just think that's funny. All right, so I'll probably just finish reading off this cave, and then I'll probably end this video. That'll be it. Maybe I'll walk over to the next cave that I want to explore. But I'm getting up. Once I get over 1,000 gold, I'll start buying some of the stuff I need just to continue on. Like the bone mold armor. Hopefully I can get an enchanted sword by then. If not from these caves, then the from the trader that's in that sells quote unquote Daedric weapons. Yeah, it's funny too because since this game, since I've gotten into the Elder Scrolls universe, I've always thought Khajiits as like these sneaky. And I know they are sneaky and revered as thieves, but I never really understood why I thought that, and I realized it's because of the Khajiit trader in Balmora who sells quote unquote Daedric weapons. He has these weapons, and he says they're Daedric weapons, and they're not really. They're just weapons that are enchanted. So I just think that's funny. This game actually shaped a lot of my perception about this universe, without me even realizing it too much. Just years later, I would think these things, and I would never know why am I thinking this? What caused it? And after playing this game, even just for the little bit that I did, I realized most of my perceptions about this universe are from this game. Like I completely forgot that Argonians and sometimes Khajiits are slaves, and after playing Oblivion for years and playing Skyrim for years, I didn't really see them as slaves, but I always, something in the back of my mind always told me they were, and it's because in this game, I'm pretty sure they are. Alright, so I'm going to pull out my sword. I'm pretty sure there's nothing left. I'm not going to sneak. I'm going to hide this body. Dispose of corpse. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it for this one too, just this way it's not lying around. I'll pull up the candle too, just this way you guys can see a little better. Okay. So I think I was heading this way before. Yeah, alright, so I'll look in these barrels now. Just there's some meat. I think those are eggs, and then there's this lantern. And then there's this basket right here. What's that? Salt rice. Cool. Alright. Head up over here. And there's some stuff on that side. So let me go over here. Go into an urn. I'm going to go into first person just this way I can differentiate between these things. Alright. Glass bowl. Cool. Alright. And... oh, some more armor. That's cool. Alright, it looks like this is the end of the cave though. Except for the parts that I didn't explore back there. So I'll go back, give a very weak jump, and head over to the right, head up here, and dispose of this corpse as well. Give a run out. Oh yeah, alright, I already looked through all this stuff, right? Chest unlocked, yeah. Alright. I guess that's it for this cave then. I already went in there, took everything, minus the bones. And going up here. Yeah, alright, that's it. That's it for this cave. Alright, so I conquered Adanumaran. Conquered Adanumaran. And the Dark Brotherhood assassin that tried to kill me in Adanumaran. I'll walk over to the other cave, and I'm not going to go into it in this episode. We'll go into the next episode, though. So, we'll walk towards the next cave. How much? I got about 100, a little less than 100 more pounds of stuff to carry, that I can carry. And I don't know where I'm going to put the books. I don't know if I mentioned this before. I don't know if you can buy a house in this game like you can in, the next Elder Scrolls games. I know you can just kill someone and then their house is essentially yours. But, I mean, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just have my own house. So, I don't want to look into it though. I just kind of want to find out on my own. I want to do that with a lot of the stuff in this game. I don't want to have to look anything up. I just want to kind of experience it on my own. The thing that I had to look up with the Dark Brotherhood that I briefly mentioned in my last video was later on you have to go to a certain part of an area that you're in, and they say it's under a place called the Great Bazaar. And I looked through the Great Bazaar like 4 times, the place that told me to look, and I didn't realize that I had to go into a different place that's attached to the Great Bazaar. So that was the part I got stuck on, and then, I immediately figured it out once I got inside. Okay, and here we are. This is an ancestral tomb. It is the Laren ancestral tomb. I don't think... Yeah, I'm not even going to be able to do this unless I decide to use the magic, if there's a ghost, because I'm not going to be able to fight the ghosts unless I have a silver weapon, which I don't, or an enchanted weapon, which, again, I don't. But that will be for next time, so thank you. Here is Ishmael and his new Dark Brotherhood armor, which we won't have for long, because he'll be getting his bone mold armor soon. So, but thank you for tuning in again, and we will see you next time.